Welcome back to SwitchOff South Africa. I'm Nicky as always, and as you can see, I am killing it. Get suit today because, as you can see, I am out in Durban. Remember, in proud collaboration with Change Cars and All Things Motoring, we are out in Durban, July. It's Durban. It's July, and I'm actually on my way to the actual event, Durban July event. So if you want to see that, head over to my traveling channel. But here I'm going to do a review of the Golf 8.5 TSI. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this vehicle, from the external look of the vehicle, internal look of the vehicle, and my thoughts. Am I going to be wearing a suit in the whole review? Unfortunately not. I'm just doing an intro so that you guys can see how I look, understand. But also remember, if you're looking for insurance, you can get your next insurance code in under 90 seconds. Naked will sort you out. But yeah, this is the Golf 8.5 review, the Durban July edition. Yeah, let's put it like that, the Durban July edition. You will see me in Durban July on my traveling channel, but here, 8.5 TSI. Remember, click the link in the description box below, you'll get sorted. Change cars will also sort you out, it's very important. But I have a fit. Come on now. Hey. So actually, before we actually start this review, you saw me wearing the suit and everything, but before we start the review of this vehicle, guys, thank you. We are approaching 40,000 subscribers. I'm not sure by the time you guys see this if I'll be on 40,000 already, or we will be nearing 40,000. So I'm doing a giveaway with Naked, right, to celebrate 40,000 subscribers. What I need from you guys is basically to follow me, subscribe to SwitchOff South Africa, follow me, Nicky Nash, like on Instagram, Nicky Nash, follow Naked as well on Nicky Nash, and go comment on any post on the Naked page, any post on the Naked page. Comment on Instagram, comment SwitchOff South Africa. Just comment, yeah, comment SwitchOff South Africa, or comment Sosa X Naked. Understand? Because it says Sosa and Naked. Comment that so I can gauge the people. Then I'm gonna do a giveaway. And that actually is me celebrating 40,000, and we're gonna speak about the 50,000 major giveaway. So the giveaway that I'm doing here for 40,000, I'm giving away money to 3 people, 3 lucky people, right? There's gonna be 3 winners, basically. And those 3 individuals will get different amounts of money. So number 1 will get 3,000 rand. Number 2 will get 2,000 rand. And number 3 will get 1,000 rand. That's just 2. I'm just teasing, I'm warming you up. I'm marinating you guys at 40,000. Once you get to 50,000, we're doing a big giveaway. And when I say big giveaway, because you guys are my subscribers, my viewers, I want you guys to tell me what you'd want as a giveaway when you get to 50,000 subscribers. Do you want a 10,000 rand giveaway? Do you want a PlayStation 5 giveaway? Because I see you guys are always commenting. You also want PlayStation 5 giveaways. Do you want a PlayStation 5 giveaway? Comment. Do you want AirPods giveaway? Everything. Do you want a Naked hamper giveaway? Do you want a SwitchOff t-shirts giveaway? All those type of things. Comment, and at 50,000 we'll do more people. Now we're doing 3. At 50,000 we'll do 5 people, or even 10. All I need from you guys is to comment, follow the instructions. Very simple. Subscribe to SwitchOff South Africa. Follow my personal account, Nicky Nash. Follow Naked. Follow SwitchOff South Africa on Instagram as well, and comment on any post on Naked, Sosa X Naked. Comment that, and yeah, we'll do the giveaway. I'm gonna do the giveaway. I'm gonna make it run maybe for once we hit 40,000, maybe for a week or 2, and then I'll announce the winners. And then yeah, let's get into the review. We are focusing on the Golf 8.5. So starting with the extra look of the vehicle, up front you get your R badging over here. So for those that are watching, don't get confused. So this is not a Golf 8.5 R. It's a Golf 8.5 TSI R Line Plus. So let me just address it. R is like a performance variant of VW, so like a Golf R, Tiguan R, right? It's like saying BMW M, Mercedes-Benz AMG, those type of things. And then R Line is a body kit. It's a styling package, if I should say. So this is a R Line. The same way there's a Polo TSI R Line, there's a Tiguan R Line. You know, the line is very important, so it's a body styling. So this one is a Golf R Line, but you get R badging all over. The same thing with like, and I keep referencing BMW. As much as certain cars are not an M car, there's an M badging on the side to show you that it's a certain body styling. So this is an R Line body styling, so you'll see R badges around the vehicle. There is no TSI badging, and that's actually what confuses people a lot. So I get people ask me a lot, is this an R? Where are the 4 pipes? Because there's no TSI badging, and we'll get to that when you get to the back of the vehicle. So up front, you get your R badging over there, you get your LED daytime lights and headlamps over here. These are the IQ Matrix LEDs. The nice thing about those ones is that when you go for the R line plus, which is this one, the matrix LEDs come as standard. You get your full LED bar with a glowing badge. So up front, when the car is driving, the lights are on in the evening, like it's just lit up. It looks quite good. It's one of the few VWs that have a lit up front badge. I think it's the only one right now in the country. I'm not sure about the ID4, so you get that. And then to the lower end of the vehicle, what I do like is very simple as well. Nothing too heavy. I like the styling. It shows the aggression, and it shows that it's an R line body styling. So black inserts around over here by the grill. Now you move on to the side profile of the vehicle. You get your 18-inch alloy wheels. There's this rim design that comes standard on the R line plus, but I prefer the wheels that are on the R line. You will see them on the overplay video right now. So I do like those wheels, but these wheels are okay. I think I would have went for a different option wheel, but I like this rim on the Touareg. So these are 18-inch. On the side profile of the vehicle, you get your R badging over there under the mirror. And then basically it's very simple. Up top, you get your glass sliding panoramic sunroof, which is an option. And we are gonna speak about the options that this vehicle has, because it has a lot of options. Then when you move on to the rear end of the vehicle, very simple. You get redesigned taillights. These are actually cool taillights. So you get these lovely taillights, clear taillights as well. And then you get your Volkswagen badge over there. Underneath the badge, it just says Golf. There's no TSI badging on the left-hand side, R-line badging on the right-hand side. You get your tow bar, which is also an optional extra of 14,000 Rand. And that's it at the back, very simple. Now let's get into the interior and touch on the things that this car has when it comes into the interior. So when you get into the interior of the vehicle, first thing you're greeted by is this lovely steering wheel. I love the design of the steering wheel. You get your R badging over there. Don't get it confused. It's not a Golf R, guys. It's a Golf R Line Plus. So you get your R badging over there. The R also pops up on your digital instrument cluster. So you do get a digital instrument cluster, very customizable. You should be seeing on the overplay video. And then on this side now, on the left-hand side, you get your volume buttons over here. Then this is for your adaptive cruise control and your lane centering. And then on the right hand side is everything that needs to control the digital instrument cluster, and then your track selection over here and your heated steering wheel button over there. So if you look at the Golf 8 GTI and the Golf 8R, over here it's haptic feedback buttons, but now it's actual buttons, because a lot of people complained about how the use of those buttons, people don't like them. So now VW has went back and actually put actual buttons, which I actually do really like. Then you get this lovely finishing over here. I'm not sure what type of finishing this is on the dash, but I like that finishing. You get ambient lighting as well in the vehicle. You can customize it. There's different colors to choose from, and you can also make it two-tone. So you can have blue at the top, red at the bottom, or red at or blue at the bottom and red at the top. Then you get this lovely touchscreen infotainment system, big touchscreen infotainment system. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system. Very easy to use. It has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wirelessly. Once you've connected, ease of access, very good. The only thing then you get your volume slider over here. It's not a knob, so you slide that way, and the volume is fine. And then you get your temperature as well. Very easy to use the temperature. I haven't had a complaint. I don't like climate control that's in the touchscreen infotainment system, but in this vehicle, I've been able to use the climate control, very simple. And then when you come to the lower end of the vehicle, over here is your assist piece for your parking menu, climate for your climate, and then mode is for your drive selection. So this car has an eco, comfort, sport, and individual, so you can customize it. You get these lovely seats. I really like these seats. They also have R badging. Don't get it confused. It's not an R, it's an R Line Plus. Let's say together on YouTube, it's a R Line Plus. So I want to see those comments. I want to see someone, at least one person, please comment. It's a R Line Plus. It's not an R. So you get an R badging on the seats. Seats are very comfortable. I actually love these seats. I think it's one of my highlights of this vehicle. So when you move on to the drive of the vehicle, it's actually such a nice drive. As you can see, I'm currently in KZN, so I got the opportunity to drive this vehicle over extended distance. Normally, I just drive in and around Pretoria, maybe Joburg. Now I got to experience the car on highway, the fuel efficiency, and all the stuff. So I did a mixed driving, and it was actually quite good. So this car under the hood, you're looking at a 1.4 liter turbocharged engine, which produces 110 kilowatts through an 8-speed Tiptronic, so it's not a DSG. But if I take you, you know that VW is 7-speed DSG, all that stuff, but if I take you as a customer or whatever, and I put you into this vehicle and I tell you to drive it, you would think you're driving a DSG. That's how good the Tiptronic is. The only time I remember that it's not a DSG is when I'm pulling away. I can feel it because I know how a DSG feels, And also when I'm driving and then it hits an extra gear, so it's an 8-speed. DSG ends at whether 6-speed, 7-speed, depending on the Golf 7. There's some 7 speeds, Golf 8, then it's 7 speeds. So that's only time I actually remember that's an 8-speed Tiptronic. Other than that, you really won't know. So I don't mind VW not using a DSG gearbox in this specific vehicle, but for the overall drive, quite good. It has an eco and comfort. Very much similar. Only when it gets into sports, you do actually feel that the car, it's not, I'm not saying like sporty, but the driving dynamics change. It's slightly more punchier, slightly more jerky. When you're on the accelerator, it jerks a bit more forward. The throttle responds quite quicker now, and then also the gears hold for much longer. But when it's in eco, it drives perfectly. For me, you keep the car in eco majority of the time. I've been driving this car in eco literally, I think 90% of the time. Took it to sport when I was overtaking just to feel it, but other than that, you can still overtake even in eco. It has a decent amount of power. So now we come to that point where I tell you the price of this vehicle and recommendation and competition, and whether I think this car is worth the money. And alluding to it's worth the money, it is an expensive car, but at the same time, yes, it's worth it, and I'll explain to you why. So the Golf 8 TSI normal, right? The Life, it starts at just around 580,000 rand, and then there's R-Line, there's the Life Plus, there's Life Plus, R-Line Plus. So the R-Line Plus, which is this one, it starts at 688,000 rand, but the specific one is 100,000 rand more. This specific one is 788,000 rand. And for me, it is a lot of money when it comes to recommendation. So if you're in the market for a hatchback, unfortunately, for the price, it makes sense. It's one of the best buys, because competition-wise, Mazda 3 can't compete. Mazda 3, it's old, it's dated. I think that's where Mazda missed an opportunity. Make the Mazda 3 beautiful, bring the Mazda 3 that people want, the turbocharged Mazda, do all the features. Then maybe it could challenge the Golf. But this Golf is in the right market for itself, because when you look at the specific one, it's close to 800,000 rand, right? It competes with your Audi A3, BMW 1 Series, and your Mercedes-Benz A-Class, and all those vehicles that I mentioned. I think the BMW just starts under 800,000 rand. The A3 starts at 808,000 rand, and then the A-Class is 755,000 rand. And all those prices that I mentioned is when the car is still stock. Like you went to the dealership and you said you want an A-Class for 755. You haven't touched it. You haven't put the AMG package, you haven't put the wheels, your sunroof, all those things. And once you do that in all the 3 cars I mentioned, you are now looking at around 900 to a million. So when you look at it like that, like a top of the range A-Class, A3, 1 Series, and then you look at this is like a good 200,000 rand cheaper. Then you start thinking, actually, well, 200,000 rand to 100,000 rand cheaper than those. Then you actually start thinking, maybe actually this car is priced well. In that regard, pricing is well. But when you look at the overall price and what you can get for 800,000 rand, it's actually a lot of money. And you guys know it on the channel how we do it. I've given you 800,000 rand. What you gonna buy? And remember, if you're looking for insurance, you can get your next insurance quote in under 90 seconds. Naked will sort you out. Hey, 800,000 rand is a lot of money, but would I buy it? Definitely would. If I wanted, definitely would. But my question to you now, please go on the Change Cars website, put 800,000 rand and see the type of cars you can get for 800,000 rand, and you decide, are you gonna spend 800,000 rand on a Golf 8.5 TSI R-Line Plus or something else? If it's something else, tell me down below what you'd get. Tell me what you think about the package of this vehicle. Yeah, please, let's head over. Now you're done watching the review of the car, right? Let's head over to the traveling side so you can see me driving at Durban, July. Now we're done shooting, it's time to go have fun at Ushaka. If you wanna see all of that, traveling with Nicky Nash, link is always in the description box below. If not, just search on YouTube, you'll see the videos on that side. But yeah, I'm Nicky Nash, empower car to change cars on all things motoring. If you need insurance, Nicky will sort you out. And yeah, I'm signing out.